Ladies and gentlemen, kindly be seated. We are at that moment. We are about to start. Kindly be seated so we can start our program. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the CEO of Binghatti and the founder and chairman of Jacob & Co. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us with a warm round of applause in welcoming the Dubai Police Musical Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you the musical band of Dubai Police. Please help us with a warm round of applause. Mic check. Mic. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On the behalf of the entire Binghatti and Jacob & Co. organization, it is truly my honor to welcome you all to this very special occasion. Now, I hope you're all as excited as we are for what is set to be an absolutely amazing and memorable launch event of one of the most daring and prestigious initiatives in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to thank all members of the royal families, and I would like to take a moment to thank Your Excellencies for being here and all of our distinguished guests. I also want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you amazing people for taking the time out of your schedules and to join us on this very special occasion where Binghatti and Jacob & Co. redefine the standards of luxury real estate and also set new standards and reach new heights for all of mankind. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if it is possible, then guess what? It is most possible, most definitely possible, right here in this magnificent and inspiring city we call Dubai, and this amazing and remarkable country we call the United Arab Emirates. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, right here from Dubai, we set new world records, and that deserves a round of applause. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Omar, and I will be your host for the remainder of this lovely evening. Now, I don't have enough words to be able to express or talk about the history, the amazing achievements of the Binghatti brand. So I would like to direct your attention to the screens so we can all take a deeper look and gain more insight into this amazing brand. Let us watch together.
أذكر في أول أيام بنغاطي كنا فريق عمل صغير جدا. كنا عبارة عن 5 زملاء، فريق عمل 5 زملاء جالسين في كابينة خشبية في إحدى المواقع، وكنا نشتغل من بعد صلاة الفجر لين صلاة العشاء، واشتغلنا جميعا في شتى التفاصيل وشتى المجالات.
I remember when we first started, we had very basic offices located on site, and I solely operated the procurement department alone. I was doing everything from negotiating and signing deals to checking delivery notes and receiving supplier and subcontractor phone calls, as well as inspecting delivered materials for quality assurance. But I was very keen to have a hands-on experience in order to have a full understanding of the business from the minute details to the bigger picture.
من أكبر التحديات لنا في بنغاطي هي مواكبة رؤيتنا. وضعنا رؤية كبيرة لأنفسنا منذ التأسيس، وتحقيق هذه الرؤية يتطلب تحدي دائم لأنفسنا كمؤسسة وكفريق عمل، بالإضافة إلى مواكبة التغيرات العالمية المستمرة. فحرصنا على وضع فريق عمل متميز مرن يمتلك المهارات ويمتلك العزيمة على أن يواكب هذه التغيرات المستمرة.
We were very fortunate in the UAE in that the government was strong and decisive in dealing appropriately with the repercussions of the pandemic. In so doing, I think our government solidified the UAE's position as both a real estate and investment hotspot. At Binghatti, we have also taken major steps to ensure we remain financially solid and therefore maintaining our reputation as both a fast-paced and quality developer. We are well aware that we live in an increasingly volatile world, and this makes financial prudence as well as risk management ever more crucial. But it's our firm belief that our solid financial provisions will ensure sound liquidity so vitally needed to continue delivering extraordinary products in a timely manner.
السنوات القليلة الماضية شهدت تطور كبير ومراحل انتقالية كتير في حياة الشركة، من حيث التوسع والتطوير الداخلي في البنى التحتية والأساسية للشركة، والتصميم على مواكبة التوسع ونمو الشركة المتسارع بالاستثمار في الأعمدة الرئيسية للمجموعة، من إنشاءات، تشطيبات، مستوى جودة، تسويق، مبيعات، وإدارة مرنة عندها رد فعل عالي وقابل للتشكل بما يواكب التغيرات المستمرة.
في ظل كل التحديات، من أهم الأمور اللي حرصنا عليها في قسم المبيعات هي المحافظة على سمعتنا ومكانتنا في سوق دبي العقاري. هذه مسؤولية كبيرة وضعناها على عاتقنا، فما نفعله كمطورين اليوم ينعكس على سوق دبي، وحرصنا أن نكون كيان مرن يتعامل بكل مصداقية واحترافية مع زبائننا، آمنين دائما أن نفوق توقعاتهم من ناحية التسليم المبكر والجودة والخدمة العالية.
رؤيتنا كانت واضحة منذ البداية، كانت الرؤية أن نسمو إلى العالمية كعلامة تجارية عقارية فريدة من خلال لغة تصميمية وفلسفة معمارية متميزة. وهذه الرؤية ليست مختلفة عن ما نراه في قطاعات كثيرة مثل قطاعات الأزياء والساعات والمجوهرات والسيارات. بغينا نحن ندخل هذه الفكرة في عالم العقارات ونخلق ماركة عالمية عقارية ترسخ هذه الرؤية.
It's a very powerful thing to have a strong and solid vision, but a vision only becomes more powerful when people feel that they're a part of it or inspired by it, and that's what we aim to do at Binghatti. Our goal is to transform architectural excellence not only into homes that people live in, but also into pristine or luxurious assets that people are proud of owning.
The word vision is a powerful one at Binghatti, because we believe a sincere vision is the line at which the developer and consumer meet. It's where people feel that they are part of something much greater than a real estate transaction or investment. Our goal is and has always been to make our clients and audiences feel that by sharing the Binghatti spirit, they are part of something great and special.
Over recent years, we've experienced exponential growth to become one of the most successful, respected and trusted organisations in Dubai's real estate sector. Our success has been underpinned by ensuring we have the right people in the right positions, by empowering key support departments like planning, quality and safety, and by having appropriate and optimised processes and procedures in place. When it comes to actual work at site, we've shifted from a subcontractor-based philosophy to an in-house one, as experience has shown that to build quickly and with quality, this is the best option. So all structural, MEP, smart system works, they're all in-house, and we've even invested in our own aluminium and joinery fabrication facilities. Going forward, we will continue to build on the success we've experienced. We will continue to improve, we'll continue to innovate, and we look forward to building the best quality, most iconic buildings in Dubai.
Notre équipe d'architectes d'intérieur à Binghatti travaille toujours à la sélection des matériaux de partout dans le monde. Notre principal objectif, c'est d'étudier les grands détails ainsi que les petits détails pour présenter notre travail sous le meilleur aspect.
من أهم الأمور في العمل الريادي وفي بناء مؤسسة ناجحة هي وضوح الرؤية واختيار فريق العمل المناسب، وهذا ما حرصنا عليه منذ اليوم الأول في بنغاطي. حرصنا على إيجاد رؤية فريدة متميزة سابقة لعصرها، واختيار فريق العمل المتميز الذي يؤمن بهذه الرؤية ويمتلك العزيمة والمهارات لتحقيق هذه الرؤية.
فريق المبيعات في شركة بنغاطي فريق قوي ومنظم وعنده مصداقية، شغف وأحلام بتتحقق يوم بعد يوم بقيادة المهندس محمد بنغاطي. رؤية واضحة لنا من البداية أن نكون من أفضل المطورين العقاريين الموجودين بدبي بل والعالم كله. كل مشروع بنتحدى أنفسنا وبنثبت للجميع أننا الأفضل في الطرح وفي البيع وفي التسليم.
In linea con la sua vision, Binghatti è senza dubbio il developer più veloce a completare i propri progetti, addirittura prima della data prevista di fine lavori. Da sempre Binghatti consegna i suoi prodotti immobiliari in tempi record, dando ai clienti la possibilità di avere un ritorno sull'investimento fin da subito. I progetti di Binghatti sono stati spesso venduti in pochissimo tempo, a volte registrando il sold out in poche ore.
رؤية بنغاطي كانت واضحة منذ البداية، ننظر لأنفسنا كعلامة تجارية عالمية ذو مكانة بالسوق المحلي والعالمي، وهذه النظرة جعلتنا مستمرين في السباق مع أنفسنا وخلقت لنا تحديات مستمرة. بالأمس فاجأنا السوق وطرحنا مشروع تم بيعه خلال ساعات في حفل الإطلاق الحمد لله، لكن دائما نجتمع كفريق بعد أي إنجاز ونسأل أنفسنا شو ممكن نطرح غدا، ونقدم ما هو أفضل، كيف نكسر هالرقم، كيف نتعامل مع سرعتنا ونتسابق معها بتجهيز حملات أقوى، بخلق محتوى مرئي منفرد، بتصاميم أفضل، بجودة أعلى، والأهم من هذا كله كيف نطرح أضخم حفل إطلاق ونفاجئ السوق محليا وعالميا، ولأنه دائما نقول بنغاطي تنافس بنغاطي.
في الوقت ده واحنا على اعتاب مرحله جديده تماما هتاخد الشركه والسوق لابعاد مختلفه وجديده كليا. اصبح كل التعب والتحديات تاريخ نتذكره ونتعلم منه ونضعه امام اعيننا حتى نتذكر دائما كيف اصبحنا اليوم، وننظر دائما للامام والخطوات القادمه.
اليوم بجهود جباره من فريق العمل وبثقه العملاء المستمره في بنغاطي وايمان الجميع برؤية بنغاطي، اليوم نحن موجودين نحتفل في حدث عالمي وشراكة عالمية تجسد وصول بنغاطي لتحقيق الرؤية.
That was a deeper look and more insight into the amazing Binghatti brand. And ladies and gentlemen, watching that video, I couldn't help but think any member of the Binghatti family or the Binghatti organization must feel absolutely proud being able to watch all the achievements and reflect back on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the Binghatti brand, it is truly my pleasure and my honor to welcome the CEO of Binghatti to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Mohammed Binghatti.
شكرا جزيلا. Thank you very much. سيداتي آنساتي سادتي، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وأهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم جميعا في هذا الحدث العظيم حيث نحتفل بصناعة التاريخ. ودعوني أبدأ بأن أشكر وأوجه كل الشكر والتقدير وأنسب الفضل لذوي الفضل، فدعوني أبدأ بتوجيه الشكر والتقدير لسيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد آل نهيان رئيس دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة حاكم إمارة أبو ظبي، وسيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم نائب رئيس الدولة رئيس مجلس الوزراء وحاكم دبي. ما قدمتموه لنا سيدي من قيادة وما وضعتموه لنا في دار الإبداع ودار التميز ودار التطور هو أساس نجاحنا كمؤسسة في بنغاطي، فلولاكم سيدي لم نكن لنصل إلى النجاح الذي وصلنا إليه اليوم، فكل الشكر وكل التقدير لكم سيدي. أود أيضا أن أوصل شكري وتقديري لكل من ساهم في نجاحنا اليوم، سواء من مؤسسات حكومية وسواء من دوائر وسواء من عملاء وزبائن وضعوا ثقتهم بنا كعلامة تجارية، وإلى فريق عمل بنغاطي المحترف. شكرا لكم جميعا من القلب. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since I started in the real estate world, I always had a dream when I saw my favorite car or my favorite watch from world-class brands, and how these brands came up with timeless and intricately designed products. And I always thought to myself, what if we could do the same in real estate? What if one day people would look at my real estate and immediately be able to recognize it from its super iconic design? As time passed by, we worked day and night to make this vision a reality. And it was not long before Binghatti became the famous developer with a signature brand identity. Today is a very special day, because today marks the ultimate realization of this grand vision. Today marks the collaboration of two power brands, two brands that have very similar stories, two brands that come from very different sectors, from very different industries. However, they share one story, and that is a story of innovation. Both brands are born from the sheer desire to achieve what is unique, what is different, what breaks boundaries. Both share the same story of how they came to life. However, both share the same story of how they came to life. What Binghatti has done in real estate in terms of creating a brand through a clear design philosophy and architectural identity is no different than what Jacob & Co. has done in the world of horology and high jewelry. Today, both super brands work hand in hand to bring you a skyscraper that aspires to break a world record. We have undoubtedly entered a new era at Binghatti. What Binghatti is doing today is completely redefining the real estate industry. Binghatti is redefining the industry through its design philosophy, through its architectural identity, through its portrayal of what a real estate brand can achieve, what a real estate brand truly is. Binghatti is redefining the industry by bringing in products that have never been conceived before. Today, we have successfully handed over numerous projects across Dubai. We have successfully handed over more than 50 towers with a unit count exceeding 8,000 residential units. We are here to provide product excellence to our customers. We are here to provide value to our clients, from the selection of ultra-prime locations, the unparalleled architectural design genius, the selection of materials, the quality of finishes, the technologies that we are integrating into our properties, and last, but by no means least, the timely delivery of our projects, at many times, early delivery of our projects, which is something that Binghatti is pioneering at in the market. Our goal has always been one. Our vision has always been clear from the beginning: to create a global real estate brand. We are not merely a company, we are a brand. We are a brand designed for the avant-garde, designed for those who wish to break boundaries. Born from a sophisticated and deeply rooted vision, Binghatti is undoubtedly a brand. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, without a further ado, I present to you the one, the only, the global horology and high jewelry brand, Jacob & Co.
Inspired by the impossible, this is the energy at Jacob & Company. The watches we create, the jewels we craft, the partnerships we build, achieve what had never been imagined. Driven by the creativity and warmth of founder, chairman and creative director Jacob Arabo, we push the envelope, create new standards, new worlds, our own. We move hearts and minds to a new level of exhilaration. When Jacob Arabo created Jacob & Company in 1986, he did it from the ground up, from nothing, and he took it to where we are today with determination, creativity and passion. Passion for jewels, passion for watches, passion for being different. Our creative director designs with a unique sense of showmanship, exclusivity and gemology. He has a fascination for space which led to the Astronomia collection. He is a hypercar aficionado which gave birth to the Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon collection. He is a gem connoisseur with an eye for the very best. This is how the billionaire, caviar tourbillon and mystery collections came to life. Above all else, he loves colour. He uses it as a language, using nothing but green savorites or orange sapphires and perfecting the art of rainbow setting with the fleur de jardin. Our watches are bold, exciting. They're like nothing else you've ever seen. They contain complications that push the boundaries of mechanics. When we combine them with high jewelry, we create gem art on a timepiece canvas. Our jewels carry a sense of absolute exclusivity. We only use the very best gems and make them into pieces that tell stories. Elaborate shapes come alive with the light of mineral marvels. Jacob & Company has developed a wide and unique portfolio of partnerships, embracing the best stories and most prestigious brands. We're turning them into timepieces and jewelry that had never been imagined before. We are the official watchmaking partner of Bugatti Automobiles. With our partner Paramount, we created a high complication watch for The Godfather. With Universal, a Scarface timepiece. With the Fast and Furious franchise, a high complication watch. We created a Batman tribute collection. We've designed timepieces in partnership with streetwear legend Supreme and jewelry with the late Virgil Abloh. And we've recently introduced the Jacob & Company CR7 collection. Over the years, Jacob Arabo has built deep relationships of trust and friendship and designed exceptional watches and jewels with celebrities such as Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, Rihanna, Bono, Drake, J Balvin, Pharrell Williams, Conor McGregor, Jay-Z, and Habib Nurmagomedov. Jacob & Company boutiques are located in the world's most vibrant, exciting and leading cities, bringing joy and exhilaration with our creations to New York City, Miami, Geneva, to London, Paris, Dubai, to Riyadh, Johannesburg and Istanbul, Singapore to Seoul, Tokyo and New Delhi. We are present in over 50 countries with more than 120 points of sale, a number that's growing at unique speed. We are driven by creation, by the exceptional, by a limitless sense of imagination. We are, at heart, inspired by the impossible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that provided more insight into the brand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't help standing before all you amazing people and really try to look around and take in this moment. It's an absolutely amazing moment. And I'll tell you, a few years ago, if somebody would have told me, Omar, you'd be standing center stage at the Coca-Cola Arena, representing these amazing brands in front of thousands of people, I would have thought that would have been a little far-fetched. Now, if somebody would have told me that one day I'd be standing on this amazing stage and introducing our next guest, I would have thought that would be impossible, because I grew up listening to some of my favorite artists on their tracks talking about this brand. And I'm truly honored to stand here and invite our next guest to the stage. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the founder and chairman of Jacob & Company, Mr. Jacob Arabo.
Thank you. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Arabo, chairman, founder, and creative director of Jacob & Co. Today marks very special milestone for my brand, for my legacy, and my family. I want to thank Mr. Binghatti family for the magnificent opportunity to work together on creation of this new masterpiece in the extraordinary city of Dubai. That is exactly what Jacob & Co. has been able to achieve, with the strength of our slogan, inspired by the impossible. Today, I'm grateful and honored to announce the Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. residences. Which aspires to break the world record for the tallest residential building in the world. The entire experience of Jacob & Co. will be immersed into building this hyper tower. From our sense of luxury to understanding the beauty of the craft and using the best materials to create true pieces of art. The Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. residences will contain all of my creative energy and become the world record scale jewel. It will be completely unique and breathtaking, like the works of jewelry and watchmaking art that I have been designing for Jacob & Co. for the last 40 years. We're treating this building like a rare gem, like a highly complicated timepiece, like a Jacob & Co. piece unique. The synergy between Jacob & Co. and Binghatti is truly unique. Our ambition and energy is contained within this peerless construction. We want you to feel that you are living inside a precious jewel in the sky. I look forward to create many more of those jewels in the future. And now, I would like to invite my partner, Mohammed Binghatti, back to the stage so we could present our masterpiece.
Shall we, Jacob?
Of course we are. Well, inspired by impossible, as you know.
Breaking boundaries.
Burj Binghatti.
Jacob & Co. Residences.
Design icon, a crown jewel, designed for the avant-garde, inspired by the impossible. Inspired by the impossible.
Why?
Two of the world's most illustrious and iconic brands, on the verge of making history. As they break boundaries never believed possible. Another world record is broken. The sky is no longer the limit. This is Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences. An architectural tour de force. The culmination of the brand's signature collection. The crown jewel of Dubai's skyline. Paving the way for a new era in upper crust real estate. The latest hyper tower forms a seamless contour in the heart of Dubai. rising ostentatiously above the world. Live amidst the clouds, with boundless views to the world's most iconic city. The Hyper Tower's diamond-shaped spires pay homage to the design of Jacob & Co.'s finely cut and intricately finessed gems, illuminating unrivaled opulence. With their voluptuous constructive display, elevating the notion of an ultra-modern, exuberant lifestyle. Welcome to Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences, inspired by the impossible.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, how about that reveal? Unbelievable. Literally gave me goosebumps watching that. Unbelievable reveal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're all aware that we are here tonight, literally creating history. This historical moment, the tallest residential building in the world. And I'm sure many of you here have questions and would like to know more about this incredible initiative. So please help me welcome back to the stage the CEO of Binghatti, Mr. Mohammed Binghatti. Come on up, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences depicts the core design values and philosophies of both super brands. Today, Jacob & Co. and Binghatti unite to bring a skyscraper that will redefine the notion of real estate development, aspiring to be the world's tallest residential tower. Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences explores the combined ingenious design languages of Binghatti and Jacob & Co. We took inspiration from the complex horological movements that beat inside Jacob & Co. timepieces and integrated them into key elements of the tower. The diamond-shaped spires at the peak of the tower are reminiscent of an actual crown, an ornament of unique finesse inspired by the design of Jacob & Co.'s finely cut gems. This is the pinnacle of luxury. This is the pinnacle of the luxury narrative in the evocative construction, a signature that adds further grandeur to Dubai's skyline. The top of Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences harbors 5 of the most exclusive penthouses in Dubai. Floating on top of the world, they offer boundless views of the city's skyline, including downtown and the Dubai Water Canal. Entry-level residential units shall be named Sapphire and Emerald Suites, but when you reach the top, that's where it gets interesting. The penthouses are actually named after Jacob & Co. timepieces. So the entry-level penthouse will be named Fleur du Jardin. The next one shall be named Astronomia, and the most luxuriant one shall be named Billionaire, and it will be on 2 levels as a penthouse that cover an entire floor. All these penthouses will have a full interior inspired by the flagship timepieces of Jacob & Co. The project is also home to an exclusive private club featuring an infinity pool. Exquisite amenities include a vast lounge as well as a private event area reserved for Jacob & Co. Materials, details, finishings are all conceptualized and designed in collaboration with Jacob & Co.'s designers. whose attention to detail is being applied on a completely new, unprecedented scale and height. Considering the high exclusive nature of this magnificent hyper tower, all parties interested in being amongst the distinguished owners will have the opportunity from today onwards to apply through an exclusive nomination form, and priority will be given to the most qualified based on the application criteria. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, and the most exciting news for me personally, and I hope for everyone else, is that Jacob & Co. will be designing a special timepiece dedicated for the Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. residences, which can be ordered by buyers in this magnificent hyper tower. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a complete pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was the CEO of Binghatti, Mr. Mohammed Binghatti, and thank you very much for the inspirational words and for the insightful information into this amazing project. Now, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm already looking ahead to being able to enter that amazing building. Now, with that being said, I hope you found the information provided to be insightful. At the same time, if you want to gain more information on the project, we will be available here from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow, right here again at the Coca-Cola Arena, for those who are interested in inquiring more about the project. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick moment once again to thank each and every one of you amazing people for being here this evening, because without you, this event would not be possible. I also want to say thank you to all the members of the royal families, your excellencies, and all of our distinguished guests. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to take a moment to thank the people who have worked tirelessly, and I saw them day after day, night after night, to put this incredible historical moment together. I'm looking at some amazing people right here from the Binghatti team. So please, ladies and gentlemen, this is a personal favor. Please give them a warm round of applause for their hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, even though these are some closing words, this event, believe me, is far from over. Dinner is going to be served. Please take the time to enjoy yourselves here. You can get to network, you can communicate with the Binghatti team and ask them questions, but truly enjoy your time here. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody, thank the Binghatti team, Jacob & Co., and everybody involved for giving me this opportunity. It has truly been an honor. Once again, my name is Omar Al-Maadidi, and it was an absolute pleasure to be here in front of you tonight. Thank you very much.
Two of the world's most illustrious and iconic brands, on the verge of making history. As they break boundaries never believed possible. Another world record is broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, a kind reminder, dinner is being served on both levels. If you are on the upper level, you'll be able to access dinner right outside the hall.
This is Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. Residences. An architectural tour de force. The culmination of the brand's signature collection. The crown jewel of Dubai's skyline. Paving the way for a new era in upper class real estate. The latest hyper tower forms a seamless contour in the heart of Dubai. rising ostentatiously above the world. Live amidst the clouds, with boundless views to the world's most iconic city. The Eiffel Tower's diamond-shaped spires pay homage to the design of Jacob & Co.'s finely cut and intricately finessed gems, illuminating unrivaled opulence. With their voluptuous structured display, elevating the notion of an ultra-modern, exuberant lifestyle. Welcome to Burj Binghatti, Jacob & Co. Residences. Inspired by the impossible. Two of the world's most illustrious and iconic brands, on the verge of making history, as they break boundaries never believed possible. Another world record is broken. The sky is no longer the limit. This is Burj Binghatti, Jacob & Co. Residences. An architectural tour de force. The culmination of the brand's signature collection. The crown jewel of Dubai's skyline. Paving the way for a new era in upper-class real estate. The latest Eiffel Tower forms a seamless contour in the heart of Dubai. Rising ostentatiously above the world. Live amidst the clouds, with boundless views to the world's most iconic city. The Eiffel Tower's diamond-shaped spires pay homage to the design of Jacob & Co.'s finely cut and intricately finessed gems, illuminating unrivaled opulence. With their voluptuous structured display, elevating dimension.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, the Binghatti team will be on site tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. For those who have inquiries and would like to learn more about the project, the Binghatti team would be available here at the Coca-Cola Arena from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. should you have any further questions or inquiries. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your dinner for this evening, and that would be accompanied by an orchestra. We've got further entertainment for this evening, so please enjoy the entertainment and your dinner. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome onto the stage your entertainment for this evening and the orchestra band. Please put your hands together with a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.